So, what is ChatGPT exactly? So it is an AI-powered conversational agent that can understand and generate human-like responses to text-based prompts or questions. That is what ChatGPT, and the GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer. That's a big mouthful, I know, but that's exactly what ChatGPT stands for. And again, in the chat box, I dropped that link in there, no, chat.openai.com. That is where you can create that free account there. They do have a paid option if you want to get faster responses and fun things like that, but the free one is really good enough on its own. I use the free one myself, so I have no problem with that. But do use that link there. I dropped in the chat box to create yourself a free account on ChatGPT. All right, so now let's go into some of these best ways to use ChatGPT for your lead generation assistant here. Now, using the program here uses algorithms to gather real estate market data and trends from various sources, which includes things you're normally used to going to, real estate websites, government databases, social media news articles, and then ChatGPT takes all of that, analyzes that data, and distills it into digestible findings here. So for example, it can offer suggestions to you based on which neighborhoods are seeing the highest demand for homes, which types of properties are selling the fastest, which price ranges are most popular, things like that. So now you can use it for your lead generation purposes here for developing those marketing strategies by asking the program to recommend marketing strategies for reaching your ideal buyers and sellers based on what they would consider to be most compelling. For example, you might suggest targeting ads to people who have recently moved to the area to experience a more active and outdoorsy lifestyle. It can help you write those ads for those outdoorsy lifestyles. You can also have a key factor that can influence a property's ability to capture the attention of potential buyers at its price. ChatGPT can analyze, as I said, historical data on property prices and the trends in a given area to identify patterns and make predictions about future trends, which may help you set competitive prices that satisfy the needs and desires of both buyers and sellers. So keep in mind, though, that ChatGPT has a limited knowledge of information that's a bit more recent than 2021. Google Bard, which is another one as well, not just ChatGPT, but there is one that Google has itself, works the same way, might be more reliable with context since it's a more up-to-date sources, but the more ChatGPT is out there, the more information that we ask it, the more it feeds to us and so on and so forth. It's going to learn a lot more. So patience and all of those things there. This is a brand new tool. So the more that we interact with it, the more it's going to learn from us, the more it's going to be a useful tool for us. It's kind of a give and take, if you will, in that sense. So, and last thing here, in a matter of seconds, you can get practical insights about the times of year when demand is likely to be highest for certain types of properties, so you can tailor your marketing strategies accordingly by using ChatGPT. Now, of course, it's smart, but it's not infallible. So before you make recommendations based on data, spot check to make sure that an article is actually saying what ChatGPT says it does. When applicable, consider asking ChatGPT to provide the source so you can double check the accuracy, especially when you're asking for that true market data and figures. So asking for the source, yeah, it can certainly tell you that wherever it's coming from. I like how that really comes alive there. Where's your number 2 pencil? Prompt examples. I am going to do a live demo a little bit later. We have a short time window here, but here are some examples that how to use ChatGPT here for your real estate market and analysis insights. You really want to be able to say specifically to it, such as what types of buyers are most likely to be interested in properties in what neighborhood are you in there, so but again, if you're doing this market and data analysis and insights, sourcing, check those sources. All right, so you can also use it for long form content creation. Now, this really isn't a place to dive into a complete explanation of how ChatGPT is going to work in this sense here, but as fascinating as it is, here's the bottom line. When you ask ChatGPT a question or give it a topic to write about, it uses what it has learned from reading text of all kinds across the internet to understand what you're asking for and to provide a response using natural language processing algorithms. So you're looking for something that is actually going to be in your voice as well, right? So using for long form content creation, it's really among the most popular applications of this kind of tool in general. And that's especially true for agents because creating content is crucial and time consuming part of your business everyday life. So a few ways of how you can use it, including blog articles, ebooks, white papers, downloadable guides, things like that. Brainstorming for content, coming up with effective and compelling blog post topics, for example, can take valuable time that you could be spending on building relationships, building your database. But with ChatGPT, you can spark inspiration, get a list of topics that would be relevant to your audience in a matter of seconds. Having a deep understanding of your target market is extremely important part of using marketing content to generate leads, but finding answers to your questions and their interests, needs, and concerns is often incredibly time consuming. So in this context, think of ChatGPT as a search engine that can crawl the internet, find what you need, and give it to you in an accessible, maybe even a skimmable format. It's perfectly designed to provide quick how-to steps and bulleted points of complex information that would otherwise take too much effort to find and understand on your own. No more staring at a blank page, wondering what to say and how to say it. Simply enter a prompt with a detailed set of instructions and really watch ChatGPT go to work. Chances are you're going to get at least a good starting point. You can't really just say to it, 6 words, and that's the end of it. If you tell it 60 words, it's going to give you something super specific of what exactly you need. Now, of course, that's all experimentation too. As you're going through the process using the program, do make sure you type in those 6 words. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Try again. Give it more than just 6 words of what you need. The more information you give it, the more it's going to give back to you. So here's your examples here for the category of long form content creation. So you can tell it to write an 800-word blog post that explains the top 5 things home buyers should know before purchasing a home. Also tell it that this post should provide valuable insights and tips that will help potential home buyers make an informed decision about their purchase. And also tell it to use a professional tone and explain how assumption fees work. Take into note there everything that I told it. I told it how many words I wanted it. I told it it was a blog post, top 5 things, um, using a professional tone. So I gave it my tone of voice that I wanted. There's a lot of things there in saying in just that one prompt, but that is more, again, the more you give it, the more you're going to get back. So now, writing those email campaigns, ChatGPT starts by analyzing your target audience using the information and context you provide in your prompt. Okay. Based on what it finds, it can suggest effective subject line ideas, write compelling email content, give you calls to action, even offer tips for increasing open click-through rates in your emails. So, using it for writing your email marketing campaigns, of course, fantastic idea. Use it to write a personalized, compelling email or even a series of emails to check in and reconnect with those in your database who seem to have lost interest. We always find that we should go back to our database. So tell it that you want to pack it with content that they'd find valuable. Maybe a home buyer checklist for potential buyers, for example, or a free home evaluation for potential sellers. Alternatively, you can write an email that drives them back to your website to read a blog post or simply invite them to call you for more information. You can ask ChatGPT to help you write compelling emails for what you could call your referral program as well. The email could encourage current and past clients to refer their friends and family to you by offering a clear incentive, maybe a discount or service you provide for something like that. And sometimes agents' websites deceive a decent amount of traffic from potential leads who find them via a search engine, but they aren't converting those visitors into leads. And if that's the case for you, consider using ChatGPT to help you craft a welcome series to your website. So your visitors can maybe subscribe to your Prime Agent newsletter, for example. That's really going to offer valuable information, and then invite them to contact you as well. The possibilities really are endless there for writing emails, email campaigns. For example, you can tell it to write a personalized, compelling email series to check in with old leads who you haven't spoken to in a while. Make sure you're specific enough to tell it that it should sound fun, it should sound upbeat, it should sound welcoming, and you want to offer a free home buyer's checklist. Great example there for you. But whether it's one email or a series of emails, and it saves there for you. So your ChatGPT account will save all of these things you ask it. So if you're asking for a series of emails, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever emails, you'll use one now and you want to come back for the others later, they're still going to be there for you. So no problem. You can also use ChatGPT for copywriting projects. It's helpful for more than just long form content creation. It can help you write snappy, punchy, humorous copy. And being that ChatGPT is an AI language model, this is just the sort of thing that comes to most of our minds when we think of how it can be help in business settings, right? You provide a clear prompt that specifies the type of project you're working on, and then the algorithm uses its natural language processing capabilities and the vast amount of text that it has to give you a range of responses. So for real estate agents, lead generation and marketing often require a lot of time and energy because of the writing process. So imagine what it would be like to have ChatGPT take care of the heavy lifting for you. So the list of marketing related projects that the ChatGPT can help you create is extremely long, but just a few examples here to get you started. Using any of those, you're going to ask it for slogans. Maybe you want 5 slogans or 5 call to actions. Again, the program saves it for you so you can come back and use them later. You can even, those 5, you use those 5, you can go back into ChatGPT and ask it for 5 more after that. Everything saves. It's really great that that account will do that for you. But also, some examples here. Ask it to write 10 catchy slogan ideas for my business, my real estate, and make sure you say real estate business, that specifies in empathy, meeting client needs, and making people feel welcome. So be specific. I asked it for 10. I wanted empathy, I want to meet client needs, and I want to make people feel welcome. So I gave it specific things so it can give me those 10 specific slogan ideas back after I put it into the system. Now, depending on the situation, knowing how to break the ice with potential lead can be difficult. And using scripts can really boost your confidence and ensure you'll say the right thing at the right time and help you stay focused on the desired outcome from beginning to end of the conversation. So ChatGPT is an excellent script generator in that sense. But remember, the hallmark characteristic of a good script is that it helps you sound natural, not like a robot. So it's important in this case to provide detailed instructions in your prompt that specify exactly what you're looking for. You want to include situational context, the tone, the length. And you also want to adapt the response to fit your particular personality, your word choice, your voice. Great for writing scripts, but you don't want to sound like you're just reading something off of a page. You want to make it sound like that it is you. So, examples here. Tell it that you need help with writing a cold calling script for reaching out to sellers who are selling their home on their own without the help of a real estate agent. So this would be for a FSBO, right? Tell it that you want to come across as empathetic and understanding while also highlighting your ability to successfully sell their home. Tell it that you want it to assist you with creating a script that's going to help you stand out from other agents. So again, these things here, I'm specific in what I'm saying. I'm not just saying I want a cold calling script. Be specific in what you're saying to it, and it will be specific back to you. So, as I've been mentioning here, you are among the first ones to be coming into the wonderful world of technology here in today's webinar, but there are others that are using this free tool. So to use it in different ways here, try it for your property descriptions, try it for video scripts, try it for blogs. Trained on an enormous amount of data here, ChatGPT is capable of providing intelligent, informative, and accurate responses to a wide range of topics as I've been going along here, including other things that are not just real estate. So it also can talk about science, technology, literature, arts, which is great in helping you formulate all these wonderful things that it can do for you. It really serves as a virtual assistant that can answer questions, provide explanations, offer suggestions. You know, it can even pass law and medical licensing exams. Yeah. So here are some other ways that ChatGPT can save you some time here. A bio. One of your most valuable marketing assets, your bio can pop up just about anywhere, so it is crucial to get it right. You can use ChatGPT to write your bio. Even a good starting point where you can add details to it as well. Ask it to give you some place to start as well. Your listing descriptions, as I said, you should enter your listing details, even the address, and you will get a well-written property description in a matter of seconds, but you have to enter the details, not just that it's got 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Okay, and what else? What are some other features of the home? Give it specific things to give you a specific description. Even if you're writing a description for a particular website that tells you you can only give it 500 words, tell it that you only want 500 words and it will give you 500 words back. So from calls with new leads and videos on market updates and things to do in your area, in the spring, summer, fall, winter, whatever it is, your scripts will be so much easier with ChatGPT. And if you need some ideas for social media, just enter, give me 3 social media ideas for real estate. Now that's very general in its sense, but it can also be specific in the end because I asked the general question, it's going to give me a general answer, and now I can take that and make it narrower and more granularly specific for what I want. Your blogs, be sure to add your own touches and make sure that the content is high quality so it ranks well in Google. And with your website copy, you can enter details for the page you want copy for. Don't forget to tweak it afterwards. Don't forget that ChatGPT passed exams at a US law school, so you can certainly use it for anything legal that you need there as well. Again, you've got your custom emails, drip campaigns, the list goes on, include some details about what you want to communicate, and a well-written message is less than a few seconds away. So this program is super smart and it can provide information on many topics, but it's not perfect and it does make errors. For example, I tried this out myself. I asked it to write a listing description for my personal home address, and it got most of it right, but unfortunately, I don't have a walk-in closet or a spa-like ensuite that it claimed. Oh, I wish I had the spa-like ensuite. So that being said, I went back to the ChatGPT, told it to take that out and write me something else again. Bam, done, perfect. It was absolutely wonderful. So best practices now, as I'm talking about, listen description just wasn't quite right there. High quality writing is more than a luxury, right? So it's a really crucial part of generating leads. Why am I saying that? Well, because it's more likely to rank well on search engines, which increases your online visibility, and it's more compelling, which increases the likelihood potential leads are going to take the desired action that you're asking it. So by following best practices, you're going to be better, more natural sounding, and you'll get better outputs from the program itself. Now, before you even begin writing the process with ChatGPT, you want to determine exactly what your topic is. So, okay, if you aren't sure, you can definitely ask ChatGPT to narrow it down for you, but a vague prompt will likely produce a general robotic result, which is going to defeat the purpose of using the tool in the first place. But if you're able to provide a clear and specific topic, you're going to get a high quality response to work with. Okay, I've got a hot tip for you on that one. You can use ChatGPT to conduct keyword research, so you can increase the likelihood your prospective leads are going to find you on search engines. So simply say to it, ChatGPT, type it in, generate a list of keywords related to What's your topic? That's going to help you out there. Now, once you've identified your topic and how you want to communicate with your audience, it's time to pass the information into the program in the form of a prompt. So remember, this is a tool. It's come a long way, but it can't read your mind. So provide an adequate prompt, and this also requires practice, which again, that's fine. Like I was saying, the program does save what you ask it, so you can always go back and ask it again. You can go back and refine what you're asking it for. That robotic response, well, you got the robotic response now, and now you can take that, put more detail into it, and ask it again. Now, this isn't a plug and play thing, right? The first response it provides isn't always the best. Again, the example about my home listing description, yeah, not so much. So, hold on, my program just quit on me. Come on. Okay, there we go. So, technology does not like me today, does it? Okay, where was I? There we go. So, what I was talking about is the listing description that for my house there wasn't exactly right. So I had to go back and tell it again to take that out and put it in again. But instead of giving up after one try, it gave me the spa-like ensuite that I wanted. Instead of just saying, well, ChatGPT did that and I don't like it, I'm not even going to bother. I went to regenerate a response to get more options to work with. Since it didn't quite get what I was hoping for, I used the regenerate response button to get something else, right? I also replied by telling it to take out the pieces I didn't like. Sometimes a program produces an unsatisfactory response that's simply because the initial prompt wasn't as clear as it could have been. So maybe I wasn't clear in giving it what I wanted. But keep in mind that it is, after all, a chat. You're not talking to a human. So you can follow up with more commands and have an ongoing exchange of ideas until you've reached the best result that you possibly can get. So again, I don't want to just copy and paste because I don't want it to sound not like my voice, not like my tone of voice. Regardless of the degree to which you've mastered the art of writing a solid prompt or how many back and forths that you've gone through, it isn't a guaranteed perfection here. So as tempting as it may be, avoid grabbing whatever that it says and using it. You want to take a moment to edit it. You want to proofread for those grammatical errors. You want to adjust the tone and the syntax so it sounds more like you, more like a human, and less like a robot. So not only will your edits ensure you and the program are writing the highest quality pieces, but it's also going to ensure that your finished product will be 100% unique, which isn't exactly something ChatGPT is designed to do particularly well. So do make sure that you go through and don't just copy and paste exactly what it puts out to you. Now, getting the best responses from the program starts with entering the right prompts, as we've been talking about here, right? So the more information that you give it, the better the response is going to be. So for example, when you ask for a listing description, include details about the type of property, the location, the features you want to highlight, the address, anything that you can pull out that is specific, and I mean really specific. Include the tone you want ChatGPT to mimic. Is it a professional tone, a conversational tone, a funny tone? You can even tell it to write like a specific person. Write me the listing description like Tom Ferry wrote it. Okay, I want to sound like Tom Ferry. So if ChatGPT is too wordy, ask it to write in a more concise manner. You can ask it to limit the response to specific character count. You can even tell ChatGPT to act like someone. For example, act like a first-time home buyer. What are your biggest fears in purchasing a home? You can provide context. For example, I'm a real estate agent that sells luxury properties in Woodcliff Lakes. What are the current trends for luxury properties in this area? Something like that. So give it more and you're going to get more. that is definitely a theme in using this program here. But I do have a couple of other tools that can be useful as well for further marketing lead generation, not just ChatGPT, that you can certainly go and check out there. There are other chatbot options. We focused here on ChatGPT today because it's the most popular, but it's only one of its kind. There's also the new Bing, which is an AI language model that's functionality runs very similar to ChatGPT, but it's a little more than that. It combines the chat feature with a search engine. So it's like having a research assistant, personal planner, and a creative partner at your side whenever you search the web. Of course, it is from Bing, and that cost is free to use that tool. But like ChatGPT, Google Bard enables you to collaborate with generative conversational AI. Well, the primary difference is that Google Bard was specifically designed to generate creative and poetic responses, while ChatGPT is more applicable for general use. It is still in its developmental phases. It's available to the public. You might be getting an email when it's available to the public, especially if you have a Gmail account. I know I got one. So you can jump on the waiting list for it. Yes, I did get my email to join Bard, but I had to go on a waiting list for it. So those are those ones there. There's also image generators. So if you need a picture for something, we all do our professional photos for our listings, but perhaps you're working on some kind of a social media post or something to that effect. You can also use image generators. Unfortunately, with the image generators, there are costs involved to them. So if you're interested in image generators, be prepared to pay a little bit for them. The one that I've heard a lot of people talk about, especially my graphic designer friends, is DALL-E 2. It's the latest and greatest in image generator development by OpenAI, which is also who does ChatGPT. So I think that's why a lot more people use it. But it can generate images from textual descriptions using a combination of natural language processing and computer vision technologies. And in case you're wondering, the name DALL-E is reference to the artist Salvatore Dali, whose surrealist paintings inspired the project. There's also Midjourney, which is another image generator, but is created by a self-funded team focused on design, human infrastructure, and AI, and they are notable for their high-quality images. It is also in developmental phases, and it can only be used within the chat app called Discord. If you've ever used Discord before for chat app, it is available through there as well. Another image generator that I just was reading about before this webinar started, Adobe. If you pay for the Adobe Creative Suite that there is, you can also use their image generator as well. They're also, that is stupidly new though. I mean, I just got that email today. So there's also the text-to-speech generators. If you've like your iPhone or your Android phone and you press the button, you just want to talk instead of having to type out your text, there are those which will allow you to quickly and easily create high-quality audio content for your lead generation marketing projects. So perhaps you're not someone who wants to create a video post for your social media, but you want to be talking over some pictures or slides. You can use a text-to-speech generator as well. Voiceover without having to hire a voice actor, spend a fortune on recording equipment and editing software, and without having to take the time to do it yourself. So the two that I have been hearing about are Lovo, which is an AI-powered and voiceover platform that provides natural sounding voices for a range of applications using a technique called voice cloning, which involves training the AI model on a large data set of audio recordings from a single speaker. And of course, you can choose from a range of different voices with different accents, tones, and languages. You can customize speed, pitch, other parameters, but of course, there is a cost to that as well. And the Prime Voice AI claims to be the provider of the most realistic and versatile AI speech software available. It's developed by 11 Labs Prime Voice, and it uses cloning to create spoken audio in any voice and style. So rather than simply saying what you write, the tool renders human intonation and inflections and bases its delivery on context. So of course, they have those ones do cost money. So yes, but don't forget your phone also does voice recording as well. Everybody's phone has an app either built in, or you can just go to your app store and download one for that. So you can use that as well. Little one there, not just the text-to-speech generators that they have. Little inside there for that one. But Now, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that enables machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, and it's increasingly being used in real estate, as we've gone through here today, from the ability to provide you with quality leads to software that can give important property information in seconds, crime stats, likelihood of natural disaster, school ratings, and AI can save you valuable time. And I do hope you realize that here today. So if you ever wondered if AI is going to replace you, you're not alone. But real estate is and always has been a relationship business. Buying a home is an emotional and high stakes venture that requires the experience of a qualified professional. That's a direct quote from ChatGPT itself there. Yeah, they're saying about that real estate. Yeah, thought that was very interesting. And speaking of a qualified professional, welcome to ChatGPT. I'm going to show you here an example of how easy it is. So I created my account. Now I just want to put in my message here. So this is what I want it to do. I want it to write a Facebook ad for real estate business. I want it to target young first-time home buyers. I want it to include a headline and a 60-word body copy with a call to action for contacting me to schedule home showings. So let's see what it's going to tell me. Look at that. I told it to give me something, and it's even with little emojis. Look at how fun that is. Discover your dream home today. Are you a young, first-time home buyer ready to unlock the door to your own place? Look no further. Our real estate experts are here to guide you through the exciting journey of home ownership, from trendy condos to cozy starter houses. We have a wide range of options tailored just for you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Contact us now to schedule personalized home showings and take the first step towards owning your dream home. Availability, book your showing today. And it tells me I can insert my contact information at the bottom there. So I can use it as is. I can regenerate the response. I can ask it for something else. I can even take a screenshot of it if I want to as well. But if I want to regenerate the response, I want it to give me something else. Look at that, how easy that is. And it even wants to know, was the response better or worse? By telling it more information, it's going to be able to give us more information, bad grammar, in the end. So if it asks you for a response, better or worse, please do respond to it. It's only going to help us use the program more fruitfully as the future goes on with using the future of ChatGPT as it is there. So that's how easy it is to use the program. Register for your account, and you can create something as easy as that. So, oh, there we go. Now, before we go, don't leave me yet, because I've got something for you. I know your hand probably hurts from writing down all of those prompts, and wouldn't it be just better if I had something for you to download? Well, I do. On the side of your screen there, it's the word files, the paperclip. It's something to download all of the prompts that I have given you here today in a guide. Best ways to use ChatGPT as a lead generation assistant. Everything I talked about, all those prompts, and you furiously scribbled or took how many pictures? No need. I've got it there for you. Just click to download. It says files. It's a little paperclip. I'm not quite sure what you see on your side there, but one of those is going to give you to download all of the prompts that I talked about here today. You can take them yourself and put them into your own ChatGPT account and start using them immediately, right now. As soon as you log off, you're good to go. So I hope you learned a little bit more today about using ChatGPT for real estate marketing. If you have any questions, that is my email. That's my phone number. Feel free to reach out at any time. Do make sure you click on the side of your screen there, somewhere over there. There's a paperclip. There's the word files. Make sure that you click to download your guide. It has all of every single prompt I talked about. Copy and paste it. So now you can say, thank you, Bridget. Yes, you're welcome. ChatGPT, go out there and use it. Create your account. Thanks so much for joining. Until next time.